Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're diving into the psychology of why, for a lot of us, the absolute best place to be is right at home.
Have you ever really thought about this? For some people, home isn't just a building, it's everything. And you know what? It's not just a simple habit. There's some really fascinating psychology and even biology behind why that feeling is so strong.
So, to really get this, let's start with how our brains actually handle all the stuff happening around us. I want you to think about your brain like it's a battery, with its own unique way of charging up and draining down.
Okay, so this brings us to a really key idea called arousal level theory. The basic gist is that every brain has a kind of sweet spot for stimulation. For some people, all the noise, the lights, the energy of a big crowd, it just pushes their brain way past that optimal level. It's just too much. Think about it like this. Imagine you turned your phone's screen brightness all the way up to 100% and just left it like that all day. That battery would be dead in no time, right? Well, for some people, going out and socializing in a really busy place feels exactly like that. It's just a super fast, totally exhausting drain on their energy.
And this, of course, leads to a really common assumption. If someone always seems to be turning down invitations, are they just being lazy or maybe unmotivated?
Well, the science says a pretty clear no. What can look like laziness on the outside is often just masking a much deeper, fundamental personality trait. And this is where Ising's theory of introversion comes in. It suggests that introverts aren't antisocial at all. It's just that their brains are naturally more, turned on. They already have a high baseline level of arousal, so they don't need a ton of external stimulation to feel good. In fact, they actively look for quieter places to keep from getting completely overwhelmed. So, to bring that phone analogy full circle, if going out is what drains the batteries so fast, then home is like that 20-watt fast charger. It's the one place they can plug in, quiet all the noise, and just efficiently get all their mental and emotional energy back.
Okay, but this is where things get a little more complicated. Because the reason for staying home isn't always the same. We really need to understand the difference between a healthy recharge and, a fearful retreat. So this is the really critical question we have to ask. Is someone choosing to stay home because it's an act of calm self-control, or are they staying home because the idea of going out just feels way too threatening? And right here, this is the key difference. See, on one hand, you have emotional self-regulation. That's a conscious choice. It's a skill, knowing you need to be home to manage your energy. But on the other hand, you have social avoidance. That's not a choice, it's a reaction to stress. It's a defense mechanism. It's not about choosing peace, it's about running away from something that feels like a threat. One is a real strength, and the other can be a sign of some underlying anxiety.
And that leads us right into the powerful role our actual home plays in all of this. It's so much more than just four walls and a roof.
Psychologists have a perfect term for this, a psychological safe space. Now the keywords here are control and security. A safe space is somewhere you feel like you can finally let your guard down, be your complete, authentic self, and stop worrying about what other people think. And why is that so important? Well, because that feeling of safety, that's the fertile ground for, everything. Personal growth, deep thinking, creativity, real rest and recovery. You name it. A home that gives you that isn't just a building, it's basically a launch pad for becoming a better version of yourself.
So, let's kind of flip the script on this whole idea. Instead of seeing this love of staying home as some kind of weakness, what if, in many cases, it's actually a source of incredible, hidden strength?
I mean, let's ask that question. In this crazy, hyper-connected, non-stop world we live in, could truly loving your home and the solitude it provides actually be a superpower?
You know what? A lot of evidence points to yes. People who are genuinely comfortable being alone often develop a much stronger sense of who they are. They become less dependent on other people for validation or to keep them entertained. And by creating their own controlled environment, they can achieve this incredible level of focus that's hard to find anywhere else.
And so, that brings the question right back to you. After hearing all this, what's your relationship with your home? Why do you love being there?
Is it your charging station? Is it a way to escape all that social fatigue? Or hey, maybe the world inside your own head is just way more interesting than what's going on outside. Let us know what you think down in the comments.
And hey, if you found this interesting, you're definitely going to want to stick around, because in our next explainer, we're tackling a related mystery. Why are some people so quiet in a group, but the moment they're alone, they become their most powerful creative selves? You are not going to want to miss it.